Okay, so we spent some time graphing points on a table and seeing the slope and seeing the y-intercept in the graph as well as the table. Well, remember, we don't actually have to graph it in order to see the slope and the y-intercept from the table. So let's take a look at this. All right, so the first thing you want to do, you want to just look at the table by itself, right? Remember, that's where everything's happening. And let's just figure out how each column is changing, how the y column is changing, how the x column is changing. And let's start at the bottom in the positives. It makes it so much simpler to work up from the bottom of this, right? So what you're going to do, remember, the distance is the difference. So we're just going to subtract 7 and 4, and I get 3. Well, let's work up again and do 4 minus 1. I also get 3. Well, let's do 1 minus negative 2. Notice why we're subtracting the term before it, right? 1 minus negative 2. But remember, that's the same as 1 plus 2, which still equals 3. So what you want to see in this column is this y column is increasing by 3. That's all you got to do, right? Now let's take a look at how the x column is changing. Again, same idea. Go to the bottom, start there, right? 15 minus 10 is 5. Keep working up. 10 minus 5 is also 5. 5 minus 0 is 5. And again, if we continued into the negative, we would still have 5 for everything. 0 minus negative 5 is 5. Negative 5 minus negative 10 is still 5. So this is going to be plus 5. We have now basically calculated our slope. Remember, rise over run, y change over x change, right? So it looks like our slope is 3 over 5, or 3/5. So there's our slope right there, right? Seeing it from the columns of the table. All right, and as usual, where's the y-intercept? Remember, it's when x equals 0. And there it is right there. And what are those coordinates? I just want you to write them in the blank. What are the coordinates? 0, negative 2. Remember, those are the coordinates from the table. And what does that mean? It means it's located at negative 2 on the y-axis, right? So that's all we want to talk about is the y-intercept is negative 2 on the y-axis. That's it. All right, so we're going to practice this to make sure you can get y-intercepts and slopes from just a table without graphing it. All right, let's go ahead, let's take a look, and let's practice this. Here we go.